And we're back for another episode. In this episode I'm going to be continuing the patch 2.4 story mode. So as always, hello from Mithrie, and we're in a very rainy Gridania at the moment. So let's talk to Ilberd and see the next quest. So the next quest is called the Doman Connection. So it says Ilberd is eager to resume the pursuit of Eileen Riol, or Roel. Our hunt leads us to East Shroud Scion. I suggest we follow Roel's example and take the ferry from West Shore Pier. You'll doubtless wish to make certain preparations. See to them while I go on ahead. I shall wait for you at Sweet Bloom Pier. So the Sweet Bloom Pier, East Shroud, so quickest way, teleport to the Lancers Guild. There he is. So this way, my friends. Your quarry makes for the half-worn hut. Very good, we must make haste. A moment, Captain. There is another matter which requires your attention, and most urgently, I fear. What is it? A short while ago, an Imperial squadron was observed departing Castrum Oriens. They march at speed for the South Shroud. So they have decided to take action. Indeed, they seek to destroy the jamming device. An explanation is in order. You may be aware that the Garleans have their own method of communicating over great distances, while our ingenious friends at Garland Ironworks have provided us with devices which disrupt these communications, and we have installed them around city-states. In doing so, we have made it difficult for Imperial agents to correspond with their masters. Of course, we did not expect the Garleans to remain silent. If they wished to communicate, they would find a way, be it via covert correspondence or secret meetings. Needless to say, we hoped they would risk the latter, and Riol has not disappointed us. As a well-known face in the Immortal Flame, she cannot move about Fanaland without being recognized. It would only be a matter of time before someone saw through her disguise. 'Tis for this reason I believe she has chosen the Black Shroud for her clandestine meeting. The Elizon are a common sight here, and their comings and goings are not like to turn any heads. However, were the jamming device to be rendered inoperative, Riol would no longer need to meet her masters in person. Their planned rendezvous would almost certainly be called off. And we cannot have that. It would deprive us the opportunity to secure the damning evidence against her, which is the very least we need if we're to convict someone of her standing. All rest upon the continued operation of the jamming device. It must needs be protected. If you attend to this task, my shinobi and I will continue to observe Riol. Very well, Scion. I would have you intercept the Garleans while my men move to cut off their retreat. None must escape. Several of my countrymen have already taken up positions in the South Shroud. Seek out the shinobi at Quarry Mill, and he will apprise you of the situation. Okay, let's go to Quarry Mill. So where are we looking? We're around here somewhere. There you go. So we meet again, my friend. I have no Munti tonic to offer this time, I'm afraid. As I believe you know, Imperial forces are in the South Shroud on a mission to destroy the jamming device. We must see to it that they do not succeed. So the Crystal Braves will cut off their retreat? Very well. My countrymen and I shall attend to the soldiers. Their infernal machines we leave in your capable hands. At present the Garlians are in the vicinity of Andipol Keep. Let us head there at once. Cool. So that was a most impressive showing, my friend. As you can see, we too have not been idle. The Ivy will receive no warning of our coming. The next quest is called Flagrante Delicto. So the Shinobi seem eager to send you on your way. Now that the jamming device is no longer at risk, you may safely return to your hunt. Pray rejoin Lady Yugiri. She awaits you at the Hawthorne Hut. I shall remain here and have a few words with this sorry lot. Nothing serious, I assure you, just a spot of small talk. I am given to understand the mission was a success. Not a single Imperial soldier made it to our position. Thorough work as always, Scion. By the way of rewards, we can now turn our attention to Raoul once more. What news, Lady Yugiri? My people report that she has departed for the Bramble Patch. So she means to go ahead with the meeting. Excellent. It is time to close the net around her. My countrymen and I shall lie in wait in the shadows. Tread warily, my friends. So just beyond, Raoul is in conversation with an individual clad in the manner of an adventurer, an Imperial intermediary no doubt. This is it, with me. Flame Marshal Elin Raoul, you are under arrest for treason and espionage. You were followed, you bloody fool. Damnation. You are unarmed, my lady, and scarcely garbed for battle, but if you wish to fight, you are welcome to try. What is the meaning of this, Captain? You would arrest me for strolling in the Twelveswood? When last I looked, that was no crime, neither was conversing with passing strangers. You would feign ignorance, then? Very well. If you do think of something to say, there will be plenty of time to say it later. Now come quietly and I shall make you a wish you had. I will offer you no struggle. After all, I have naught to hide. So, even a warrior of Raoul's renown could not have hoped to escape by force. Despite her claims, her surrender does not bespeak innocence, but an awareness that her position is untenable. With the ivy thus uprooted, it is to be hoped that the tendrils she entwined around the immortal flames will gradually wither and die. Mayhap then the people of Ul'dah will have the grand company they deserve. But let's speak of the present. If I may, what will you do now, Mithrie? So the Scion Seeker way into Iceheart's sanctum? Then I dare say you are eager to return to the Rising Stones. Pray do not let me keep you. Fear not, my countrymen and I shall tend to the aftermath. You need not waste your talents here. Speaking of talents, have you considered training in the art of the shinobi? You have the aptitude for it, I believe, so please give it some thought. Till next time, my friend. Okay, so now we're going to return to the Rising Stone and talk to Mithrie. Welcome back, Mithrie. I understand that Alpha Node had a task for you. May I ask what it was? Charges of treason and espionage against Elaine Ruel. I can scarce believe it. Could there not have been some manner of misunderstanding? Not if it avails us naught to dwell on it. Whatever the truth may be, we must trust to the authorities to uncover it. Let us speak of another matter. I am pleased to report that we have made progress in our efforts to find the way into Iceheart's sanctum. Cool. So the next quest is called A Simple Plan. What is this? Interesting. So Mithrie has never been one to hesitate when it comes to asking others for aid. As you may recall, Iceheart used the Aephorite in the depths of Snow Cloak to teleport a short distance to the west, most likely to a sanctuary of some description. It is there we suspect she means to summon Shiva using the crystals she stole from the House of Four Temps caravan. The heretics believe they are bringing about the second coming of their patron saint, but if, as we suspect, they mean to hold a summoning ritual of the kind employed by the beast tribes, it seems likely that the result will be something more akin to a primal. Suffice to say, they must be stopped, and stop them we shall, but first we must surmount the obstacle that Iceheart has placed in our path. Ordinarily, it would be a simple matter to tap into the established Aethernet and therefore follow our quarry. However, despite our best efforts, we have been unable to ascertain the position of the Aephorite to which she teleported. Our prevailing theory is that she destroyed the second Aephorite upon arrival, a reckless, desperate measure, but also an effective one. After discussing the matter at length with Urianger, we have concluded that we lack the expertise to develop a solution, which is why we have called upon the aid of one who does possess such expertise, a colleague of ours who is currently en route to Revenant's Toll from Charlian. She should be arriving within the hour, in fact. Since you are here, mayhap we could welcome her together. I am certain she would appreciate the gesture. Let us make our way to the northern gates and await her coming. There's Mithrie. What manner of woman is she, I wonder? We have spoken before via Link Pearl, of course, but it is not the same.
Mithrie, am I right?
None other. I bid you welcome to Revenant's Toll, and thank you for traveling so far on such short notice.
As if I could ever say no to Urianger.
Moonbreeder is an accomplished Charlian scholar and an authority on aetherite technologies. She has played an invaluable role in our search for a means to capture Ascian souls.
Charmed, I'm sure.
So let us return to the Rising Stone at once then. We have much to discuss. Soul's getting busier by the day.
gods, it's been ages!
Oh, longer, sister.
A joyous reunion indeed.
Well, of course it is. Moon and I are like twin sisters.
Save in appearance and aptitude.
Everyone, if I could have your attention. We have with us an esteemed guest who has come from Sharlayan to assist us. I bid Moonbreeder join us here that she might share with us her extensive knowledge of Aetherites. Also, as many of you are already aware, she has been overseeing our research into white auracite, a sample of which she has been good enough to bring with her.
Well, I had to come, didn't I? You'd have to be bloody daft to turn your nose up at a chance like this. Where better to conduct my final tests than a land so steeped in ether you can taste it?
'Tis plain the passage of the years hath done little to dampen thy youthful spirits. And nothing at all to reform thy youthful manner.
Oriange, where in the hells have you been hiding?
Unhand me.
I come all this way, and that's what you have to say to me. I much preferred when you were pleading with me to drop everything and hurry to your side. What was it you said? None save thee can satisfy this need.
Go on. Thine artless attempts to misrepresent mine all too innocent motives do thee little credit. Mine intent, as well thou knowest, was but to impress upon thee the gravity of the circumstance. Lest thou doubt, a deiform entity shall shortly be summoned, save if thou and no other grantest my compeers thine aid.
You still haven't found it, then? Your missing Aetherite?
We have not. No. We know that Iceheart teleported to an Aetherite not far from the first. Yet even after careful analysis, we could not locate the second beacon. We now suspect that the heretics destroyed the second Aetherite to impede our pursuit. Our allies continue to scour Snowcloak for Iceheart's sanctuary, but we have no guarantee that they will find it. Yet it must be found, for even now Iceheart prepares to call upon Saint Shiva.
I'm sorry, but if the Aetherite's been destroyed, then that's that. Although, you're absolutely sure she used the first Aetherite, are you? She didn't just use teleportation magics?
One of our own bore witness to her escape. I can say with absolute certainty that Iceheart used the Aetherite.
In that case, there might be a way, so long as the ethereal current is still flowing.
Truly? How?
We use the current to recreate the beacon. As you know, Aetherites are a bit like lighthouses. We use them to reconstitute our physical forms when crossing the ethereal sea. Without them, we'd lose all sense of direction and our essence would dissipate. However, we don't rely solely on these beacons. There are currents of ether which flow between them, currents which help guide us to our destination. Now, these currents will gradually dwindle away to nothing if an aetheryte is destroyed. But if even a sluggish flow remains, we could theoretically use it to direct a surge of concentrated ether towards the void left by the beacon, and thereby fill it up again.
Like opening the floodgates to fill a dry riverbed. Though, correct me if I'm wrong, but would we not need a veritable reservoir of ether?
In concert, we might manage to channel a sufficient volume, yet that is not my chief concern. To direct the flow of so great a volume of ether with the requisite precision would be a nigh impossible task in itself.
I barely succeeded in facilitating travel to an unattuned beacon. That which you describe sounds considerably more difficult.
And dangerous. Every person who has attempted to teleport in this fashion has died in the process. They, however, did not have white aura sight at their disposal. I can use it to channel all the ether you can give me into the aetheryte. However, white aura sight cannot retain ether for an extended period of time, so we would need to infuse it immediately beforehand. Just so you know, I'd confidently give this plan better than even odds of success. And if the worst comes to worst, your people won't suffer.
Though it risked the lives of our best and brightest, we have not the time to seek other options. If the ethereal current still flows, we shall carry out Moonbreeder's plan.
That's the spirit. Let's roll the dice.
Okay, that's the simple plan done. The next quest is called the Instruments of Our Deliverance. A plan has been devised and Mithrie would have it carried out without further delay. So I've already informed Alphanode of our plan to recreate the beacon in the manner my own bride described. He agreed that despite the inherent danger, it represents our only hope of success. He also said that he wished to meet you at Snowcloak before proceeding. I expect you will find him waiting there when you arrive. I want you to know that I appreciate everything you have done on our behalf, Mithrie, and that I have faith you will return to us, as you always have. Here's when I need to go all the way back to Snowcloak, so I'm going to teleport to Camp Dragonhead. So, according to the patch notes, there's only 4 more quests after this quest before we finish patch 2.4 in terms of main scenario. So we're getting there. And at the end of every patch story, they usually leave us with some major cliffhanger to get us excited for the next patch. So we will see at the end of this main scenario quest line what teasers they give us for patch 2.5. So at some point we are going to fight Shiva as well. And there is also a Shiva Extreme which we'll be able to unlock afterwards, but to unlock it you also have to have done Ramu Extreme previously, which I have done. Not too much further now. Okay, here's Alpha Node. So good to see you, Mithrie. I was starting to wonder if you are having a second thoughts. Captain Ilbrid sends his regards, by the way. He intends to the interrogation of Ilin Raul in Ulda even as we speak. But I shall not distract you from the matter at hand. We can discuss the Ivy upon your return. I trust that, by which I mean to say, the others are waiting for us at the Aetheryte, after you, Scion. There, it's ready. It worked, I think. Try tuning to the Aetheryte now. Feel for the current and try to locate the beacon. We have done all we can, Mithrie. For now, let us withdraw. When your final preparations are complete, you must seek out the beacon we have created. If, by the grace of the 12, you arrive safely, you must stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva. Okay, let's talk to him again. So we cannot ignore the possibility that our actions have alerted Iceheart to our plans. Should that be the case, she may attempt to hasten the completion of the summoning ritual, and if she succeeds, you will have little choice but to face Shiva in battle. Knowing little of this saint, I cannot say if your own strength will suffice, and I would encourage you to call upon your allies. Some may have reservations about wagering their lives on the success of Moibrid's experiment, but others will surely agree that desperate times call for desperate measures. Before you assemble your party, pray speak with that knight. I believe he has a message for you from Sir Aymeric. So, Madam, Sir Aymeric regrets that he cannot be here in person, and asks that I read to you this letter. Ishgard faces an unprecedented threat, yet in our hour of need it is not her knights who stand poised to defend her. Mithrie Manifold, the warrior of light, saviour of Eorzea, your deeds this day shall not be forgotten. Where others would flee, you choose to remain. Where others would falter, you rise to the challenge. Where others would use their gifts for selfish ends, you wield yours in service to a greater cause. May Halon bless you with good fortune and see you safely home. Awesome. So we've now spoken to him, so now the next episode is going to be Shiva hard mode. So anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, Goodbye from Mithrie.